I'm not doing the LinkedIn thing, so the other thing I'll do is...
Thank God.
Yeah.
Honestly, when you listened to that, I was like, oh no, I'm horrified.
Yeah.
I don't even know what mine says, but it doesn't say much.
No.
LinkedIn's not my platform of choice.
Okay, what is your platform of choice?
Instagram.
Of course.
But this year I've only posted like 7 times on my Instagram, so not Instagram even this year.
No. And you're the person that you were saying in one of your businesses is the most social.
Yeah, here. That's why I haven't done anything on my own, because I've been doing it on here.
Okay.
There's only so much one person can do.
Where is here?
So we are at the Good Space, which is a creative community spot in Dawlish,
Yeah.
in Devon, which I opened in July with 2 friends and fellow freelancers. So it's a co-working spot, and then we've got a studio space downstairs for creative workshops or space hire.
Nice.
Yeah, it's well nice. I love it.
And we were talking off camera about how your downstairs space, that was quite a good choice, wasn't it, to have the 2 different spaces, because you can rent that out in the evenings and in daytimes.
Because not everyone wants to work with us yet. So they're not co-working's building, but having a multi-flexible space has allowed us to, you know, bring some money in to kind of keep it open and build it. So yeah, it's perfect.
And it's a really, really cool space.
Thank you.
It's really, I mean, definitely worth coming to. I know Hannah from Building Brands, you were saying, has come here for work.
Yeah.
Anyone else famous?
Mr. Briggs.
Oh, wow. The Dave.
We've had Dave Briggs come and visit us too.
Nice. Was there a queue outside the door for his
He even bought
autograph?
chocolates.
Of course he did.
Yeah, bought us some Thorntons and came to see the space. Yeah, we've had quite a few people in.
That's great. Do you know, the first time I exhibited, because I was an exhibitor before I was an employee or a volunteer at Building Brands, the first time I exhibited, his wife baked us some cakes.
Amazing.
He's just a lovely guy, isn't he?
He is a really lovely guy.
We've jumped in halfway through. I love that. That's because we were talking about LinkedIn. So we're not doing the LinkedIn intro. So you and I met when I was hosting the room where you were doing a talk at Building Brands Exeter.
Yeah.
So tell us who you are and what you do.
So my name's Amy Walker. I'm a freelance graphic designer really by trade. I could fluff it up and tell you something else, you know, do you an elevator pitch, but ultimately I'm a graphic designer. Yeah. And I have been since I was 13, if I'm allowed to say that.
Wow.
I did graphic design at school and that was like my love for it.
Right.
Yeah, and then went to art college and university. So, but anyway, I've digressed already.
No, that's great. That's so unusual to find someone who found what they wanted to do at school.
I didn't really know, but you know, like it's always been part of me.
Yeah.
So I'm a graphic designer. My Instagram, and I kind of call my business Ace and Ping, and I've been freelance since 2020. Before that, I worked in-house for brands, including Reebok, Tommy Tippee, started in fashion, and now I work with lots of smaller businesses, but also staying with corporates. I work with bigger brands as well, and globally, helping them communicate via visual language, really.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
The stuff I've seen from you is beyond graphic design, really, isn't it? Often graphic design, particularly if you're talking about someone quite junior or someone who's relatively new to it, or if you're a business owner that doesn't really have graphic design in their orbit very often. Yeah. You kind of think of it as, you know, colouring in, which you're a bit beyond that, aren't you?
Yeah. So I work with smaller businesses, I work on website design, branding, but also help them with all of their touch points throughout their business. So whether that's, you know, email templates, Klaviyo, everything, like I look at everything, their social media content, how the brand looks when a consumer lands on that. But then I also work, at the moment, I'm working for the last year, I've worked in-house with Tommy Tippee, working on all their trend forecasts for their global product portfolio.
Wow.
So that's something that I did when I was in-house. I would work on product. So I've been dipped back into that on a contract with them for the last year, which has been really exciting to go back into that. So yeah, I guess I'm old enough to be a consultant now in that kind of area, which always feels a bit,
You're stepping back from being consultant. What's the?
Feels a bit grown up, doesn't it?
It really does.
I'm like, I feel a bit wanky if I say I'm a consultant, but I really have been for the last year. So.
Yeah, it is
a little move on from a graphic designer. Yeah.
Yeah, there is a kind of reticence to describe oneself as a consultant sometimes, because it does sound wanky and it sounds like you don't really do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't do anything.
It sounds very grown up and serious, and I feel like that is not me.
No.
So, yeah, even though I am a grown up now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit.
It happens. It happens. Okay, so you loved it at school. You clearly loved it enough, not necessarily graphic design, but visual arts, to go and do art college. What did you go on to university as well?
Yeah.
Did you say? What did you study at uni?
Fashion promotion.
Oh, right.
And it was like the best thing ever. Like,
yeah,
loved it. So that's why I went into. But even then, I still didn't really know what I wanted to do. God, it was such a long time ago. But then I went to Reebok and worked as a graphic print designer for a year at their European head office, and then that just cemented like, okay, I'm going to go into fashion, I'm going to work on print. But then I went into smaller brands where I kind of did both, so I would work across marketing, go to shoots, campaigns, create brochures when people still printed brochures.
Yeah.
So I've just always worked like very end to end within brands.
Yeah.
And I love that, because like you can get involved from a conceptual point of view and deliver it right until the end. And I still do that with a lot of brands I work with now. So yeah, that's the exciting bit for me.
And when you say from a conceptual point of view, what are you normally conceiving with them?
Yeah, so like campaign ideas, or if they are working on a photo shoot, for instance, I would help kind of advise what photography style they might be looking at.
Do you go on the shoots ever?
No, not anymore.
Okay.
No, not since I've been freelance. I mean, I've barely left Devon since 2020. Sometimes I go up to Newcastle and for work, and I'll be like, oh, I'm going on a flight, and it's 50 minutes. Whereas in my previous job before I was freelance, I was flying all over the world.
Yeah.
You know, like going to Hong Kong, going to China, India, Australia. But really, I don't leave Devon now.
Yeah. Which do you prefer?
For the season of my life I'm in, definitely just being in Devon.
Yeah.
I couldn't do what I used to do before COVID.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did I do that?
It's major, isn't it?
Yeah. Actually, in COVID, the one thing that I wanted was a long-haul flight to Hong Kong, so I could just sit on my own and have a glass of red wine and watch a film. I was like, oh, I'd love that right now.
Oh, well, yeah. That would
Even
have been
economy, good. You know, just sitting in economy.
Even economy.
No distractions.
Yeah.
Be lovely, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't miss it.
Particularly during COVID, because they weren't allowed to fill the flights, so you'd probably had a chair either side, even
across.
in economy.
Yeah.
Glorious. And what drew you to moving freelance, or was it less of a choice?
Yeah, it wasn't a choice actually. Well, yeah, the choice was I was could relocate to Newcastle. So the company that I was working for, which was the Grow company, which was a very big baby brand based in Exeter.
Right.
And we got acquired by an even bigger baby brand, Tommy Tippee, which is just a household name for anyone in the UK with kids. So they acquired the Grow company. And then after a year, closed our Exeter offices. And they were based in Newcastle. And I've never lived anywhere as long as I've lived in Devon. So I kind of thought like, maybe I could, but Pete, my partner's from Devon, and actually I didn't want to leave, and I definitely didn't want to leave for work. So it was quite a firm no after a quick thought process.
Yeah.
So that's why I went freelance, because there wasn't any, there's not a lot of design jobs here in Devon. So I thought I'll go freelance, and it turned out that they needed to keep me on anyway to recruit a new me.
That's such a good thing when that happens.
So I stayed freelance for 6 months with them, hired my new self and then worked with her for 6 months. So I stayed part-time freelance, which allowed me to then go and build some other freelance clients.
Yeah.
Which was wonderful. It was like the best thing that ever happened and the best transition into becoming a freelancer. Highly recommend getting made redundant. And then, and I feel like anyone that gets made redundant, like, good things happen.
Yeah.
You know, it feels so terrifying. I was actually quite excited when it happened, but I think it feels quite terrifying to a lot of people. But I don't know anyone that it hasn't worked out for.
Yeah.
I don't know if you feel the same.
Yeah, pretty much. And I, actually, a couple of episodes ago, maybe 3 or 4 by the time this goes out, we had Gemma Boss on, and she was talking about how awful she felt when she was made redundant and how it felt personal and all of that kind of stuff. And then actually, she took some clients from it.
Yeah.
Like, she was made redundant from an agency, and 2 or 3 of her agency clients, if I'm remembering rightly, said, well, we want to work with you, so if you set up on your own. Oh, okay, great.
Lovely.
It doesn't always work out like that, but I don't know anyone in marketing who it hasn't worked out for. I think if your job's digging holes and you get made redundant, it's difficult to start that freelance. Although I did that freelance for a long time.
Well done.
Yeah,
Smashed it.
yeah. I don't think I've been out of work. I was out of work many times between 16 and about 30. But I could always revert to digging holes.
Yeah.
I can dig a really good hole. I don't mind getting muddy. I don't think now at 55 I'd want to do that anymore. Which is why I've described myself also as a consultant.
Yes, well done.
Yeah.
You've achieved consultant.
Yeah, I've achieved consultant.
Okay.
So how do you do what you do differently from other people? Because we're in Devon.
We are.
Hundreds, probably thousands of freelance graphic designers, and I'm putting that in quotes because some of them will be great and some of them will be appalling, but there are thousands of them within a 110-mile radius of here. So I mean that includes a bit of South Wales as well.
Yeah.
How do you do differently from what they do?
Yeah, so I feel probably I've already talked about the kind of end-to-end and how I like to also go into brands that are like maybe been established for a year or 2 and still kind of finding their feet and then need that expertise really and kind of how to build their brand instead of it just being like, there's a lot of businesses that go, I've got a product, I need to just launch it, I'll figure it out as I go along. And absolutely, I'm doing that with the good space almost. I've got a product, we've launched it, here we go. So it's really, once they've started, then how do you refine that? And that's where I will, be able to help across kind of, as I said, all touch points. But really, my niche is parenting and wellness. So, as I said, I've worked for like 2 global baby brands. And since then, I wasn't sure if I would stay in that niche. I thought, well, I can work with lots of personal brands, small businesses, and I do a lot of that. So that isn't kind of but that's my wheelhouse really. And I'm really lucky that I've been able to stay within that because I work with a British breastfeeding brand and a breastfeeding brand in the US. Still work with Tommy Tippee. Work with CICs, so like educational as well. But the lovely thing is I am a parent and I've been a parent at different times in my life. So I've been a parent, I've got a 13-year-old and a 4-year-old. And I think there's something really beautiful for me about that storytelling journey of becoming a parent and navigating that journey. And there's so many insights that I've got from working with those particular brands that really kind of I can put to use with my other clients. So just like stuff I know about how people react to photography and of children particularly. But yeah, I really love that. That's kind of how I do that differently, is because I've kind of stayed in that niche. So I feel like the messaging towards parents and pain points or journeys, should we say, on from early days up until high school. Yeah, it's quite different, but the language is you're still kind of going through those journey. So I guess that's what I do differently, is I do have a niche that...
You turned your phone off and I didn't turn mine off. If you heard that, that's my fault.
I guess that's what I do differently is that and I've worked in-house, so I've never worked in an agency. I've always worked in-house, and for, whilst later on in my career, bigger brands, but also smaller brands. So everyone working on every piece, how those businesses are working in-house.
Yeah.
And that whatever you create, especially as a designer, at some point, someone else is going to get hold of that and tweak it maybe in a smaller business. So it's kind of future-proofing those things as well, to make sure that if I'm creating a design in Canva, it's got to be foolproof, because the chances are that Tracy in operations might have a go on Canva and change that template at some point, or, making sure that
someone's going to drag it into Word and...
something will happen to it. But it's having an understanding of that and how businesses are formed at that kind of, smaller level, and making sure that I can support through that. And more than a graphic designer, aren't I?
Yeah, you really are. We should do this for another 2 hours and you'll have a whole new outlook on how you should promote yourself.
But also like I like to be within those smaller businesses and really understand them, and be able to help that visual storytelling for those parents in need, or need support, or however they are kind of digesting that information, because that's another thing, like so much information on websites, or how do you turn that into content that's easy to read and understand. So there's that kind of visual storytelling within it as well.
That's the stuff you were saying about your parenting niche, and we said it earlier, that the Americans describe it as niches make riches, and I hate it because they can't pronounce niche for some reason, but it's so true. And you'd think, well, I'm in Devon, so I've got to work with the scrapyard there, and the whatever that
holiday park
club is just there, that holiday park. Loads of holiday parks. I should definitely work with those. And just get really good at drop shadow, I suppose. Drop shadow and 90s
Leave that in 2010.
Was it? It was still around in 2010 as a thing, was it?
Maybe.
I used to get criticised for drop shadowing stuff when my second business was a web design agency, and when we were pushed, I'd have to
shadow stuff.
Pick up Photoshop, and I'd drop shadow stuff, and the nerds in the tech stuff would be like, "Come on, Grandad." Well, I'm 24, lads. But drop shadow. Oh, okay. That's cool. But so you've got that. So those niches, because you do understand what resonates in the UK is different from what resonates in the US, and given your global outlook, what resonates in different parts of Asia and all of that kind of stuff. I see it lots, that those of us who are lucky to have that kind of thing where we can work with some quite big businesses, you still want to have your hand in with little businesses where you can make a genuine impact. Like, because sometimes it feels like, okay, well, I've just got that over the line for them. But for the people who are small, you can go, they don't quite know what they've got out of me there. But in about 2 years, they'll be like that. We haven't had to mess with this. And we used to there could be that, like, if anyone else had done it, they're having to fix it in 3-6 months as they grow.
I 100% think that's that's such a valuable thing, and I say this to anyone that gets in touch, or anyone I'm working with, you do not want to do this twice. Get it right now. If that's working with the right people, spending a little bit more money, get it right now, because you're not going to have the capacity to do it again in a year, in 18 months, because as your business grows, your time's going to be more precious. Don't be doing it twice. There's just no point, is there? So, but it's such a headache to have to go and unpick stuff, or if stuff's not done quite right. But you're right, I think it's nice to have those bigger brands, but it's lovely to work with the small ones that the impact will be not greater, because that's not correct, but more impactful for them. I do love it, and it's more personal as well. You're not just a cog.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Although the money for being a cog is normally great, isn't it?
It is great, yeah. Just
I
not
love
as,
being a cog. That's and I guess the one of the things that you were saying, it's gone. I had it just a minute ago, and it's gone because I was like, oh, that's really insightful. Anyway, hopefully you were watching more closely than I was watching, so you remember it. It'll come back to me. So we've done why do you do what you do. We've talked about how you do it differently. I've just noticed you're wearing gazelles. I thought they were not gazelles. I thought they were something else. Now I'm obsessed with your Adidas bottom half.
Yes, my teenager told me that I should wear this today.
I mean, what's really good
I was
is
like, these trousers, they were leopard print, these trousers or these trousers? And he was like, the red ones. Probably because I bought them in the summer when I took him to see Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, how was that?
Yeah, very cool.
Where did you see Kendrick?
At Tottenham Hotspur.
No, oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, good mum points for that, yeah.
Yeah, but you like a bit of hip hop because you were playing Loyal Kana when we came in.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
What's your favourite go-to hip hop tune at the minute?
Tribe Called Quest is always my...
Is it?
Yes, always my go-to. My dad bought me the album when I was 14 and said, went to FOP. Can you remember FOP?
Yeah.
The record store? There was one in Bath because we lived in Bath, and he just went and bought like a massive wedge of CDs and was like, if you're going to listen to hip-hop, yeah, listen to this.
I love this guy.
Yeah, and I was like, okay. And it was like Erykah Badu, Tribe Called Quest, Public Enemy.
Oh, wow.
Q-Tip.
Yeah.
Yeah, great anyway. So, yeah, still listening.
Lovely. Nice. Oh, nice. Good. That's just a list of artists that you should go and look up on Spotify. If you had any advice for your younger self, what would it be?
Well, I mean, how young? Because I left school with 3 GCSEs. I didn't do very well there.
That's exactly the number I got.
Really?
Yeah.
I actually got 3.5. Hate to top trump you there.
You did that.
But,
What did you get?
I got half in RS. Sorry.
Oh, useful.
I got a half there.
How did you get a half?
Because it was only half a GCSE.
Oh, you had to combine it with another humanity.
Yeah, maybe. Don't know.
Only half.
Got half, 3.5, and I needed 4 to get
You
into
only
college.
learned about Abrahamic religions and
Yeah,
nothing outside it.
So I needed 4 to get into college, so that was disappointing.
Yeah.
I would really say just trust. Like, I've always been a really hard worker, you know. Like I never worked part-time till I went freelance, and that was 4 days a week.
Yeah.
And I'd got a 7-year-old child. So, you know, like, I think just trust your gut, because now I'm nearly 40. I definitely think that your gut is just like your navigation, and you should listen to it. And if something feels off, I always say now, like, if it's not a yes instantly, it's possibly a no. You know, like, if I'm not like, yep, then I have to kind of just stop and be like, why isn't it a yes instantly?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the great thing about being freelance and having your own business, is you're allowed to do that.
Yeah.
And you're not a cog.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with being a cog.
Yeah.
But ultimately, like, it's your life, and you can, once you've got enough experience, you're good to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Which is why we opened this place, right? Because
Yeah.
it's just like, I want a community spot, and I want to be able to go and work there. So we just did the thing.
Yeah.
So I think just to trust yourself, really, and just work hard, be nice, be kind, and listen to yourself. Be confident, like, listen to yourself. It's taken me a long time. Like, when I did building brands, I was absolutely shitting myself before I did building brands.
And you smashed it.
I absolutely, like, David asked me the year before, and I went, yeah, sure, of course I'll do it. That was in the November before, and then I didn't hear anything from him until like January, and by the time it was kind of, or maybe February, it was quite like longer than I thought before he'd loop back round. And I said to my partner Pete, I was like, I don't think he's going to ask me, and I'm okay with that, because actually I'm quite terrified.
Yeah.
And he got in touch, and I was like, yeah, of course I'll do it. And then it got to like 6 weeks before, and I was just thinking, what am I doing? I absolutely loved it. And since then I felt even much more confident.
Good.
And host events here now. Like we have a networking once a month here where I like guest host with a guest speaker. So we have a guest speaker
That's brilliant.
every month, and we have about 15 to 20 people turn up here at the Good Space. And I feel like, here I am.
Yeah.
This is me now. So I think it takes a while, but definitely like just trust yourself.
Yeah.
Even if you're a bit lost, you'll find the way. If I was 14 and Amy, who or 15, who just got a 3.5 GCSEs,
Yeah.
be like, go and do what you like, and you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And I think now I'm 40, and it's like, do what you like, and you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
I think the trust yourself and work hard, be nice, be kind should be a poster.
I think it already is.
Probably is.
Bit live, laugh, love.
It's not too bad though, is it? It's not too live, laugh, love. But it's the work hard after that. I think there are so many people who trust themselves, but then make themselves expendable because they don't feel like they're, like as someone who's run businesses and someone who's worked in like quite big businesses, and you must have seen this as well, where there's people who really trust themselves, but actually they don't put in a shift. You kind of want someone who trusts themselves and puts in a shift, because if you can have that, and it doesn't mean they have to work all hours, it just means they have to work hard and get shit done. But those two things as a combo, and if you've got be nice and be kind with them as well, cracking.
I do that work hard. I think culture and society is social media is telling us that we don't really, like, we either need to really do that,
either hustle
and
your
like
pants
hustle,
off,
or actually you can just do fuck all really and sit back and create something that gives you passive income. But that's also like quite impossible for both. Is like, I don't want to hustle. The passive income doesn't seem like it's an option. So like, guys, you do have to work hard to kind of get anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like that message is almost like mixed in modern day society, especially if you're a teenager at the moment. You'd be like, I'll just be a YouTuber. It's like, that's really hard.
Yeah, and once I've got some money from YouTube, I'll just do stocks, shares and crypto.
But within that, you've got to work really hard to understand crypto, stocks and shares, and YouTube.
And the trouble is, all the examples that you've got of that. Look, if you go like, Mr. Beast got lucky, but he put out videos all the time. And he got better at editing, and he worked. He was working 24 hours, 48 hours a time, sometimes in the early days. Now he's a millionaire, but Mr. Beast is old to the people who want to just be a YouTuber. And then you're like, the best bloke in the world at shares, or best person in the world at shares, is Warren Buffett. But he drives a Prius that's 25 years old, lives in a shitty house. But he's
nailed it.
Yeah, he has nailed it. But that's not aspirational, is it? To be an old man with a beaten up Prius. If it was, I'd be fucking killing it.
He seems alright.
He seems okay.
But I think there's something around also like what your life looks like. I think that's another thing that gets lost, is actually, because we talked earlier, didn't we, like, I don't know whether I should try and scale. But actually that, I am in a place where I'm getting almost like more work than I can take on as a one-man band. But for me, like, what does my life look like? My life doesn't look like working all hours of the day. That kind of hustle culture, like, I haven't got that in me right now. I've got a teenager and a 4-year-old, so and an in real life business. And a freelance business. So I think figuring out what you want your life to kind of look like and where you want to go is a good place to start.
Oh mate. And knowing that actually that's a goal, and you might have to do something different to get to that destination.
And that might change.
Mate, I remember you saying that. I remember just like, I was so lost in trying to be a success in my 20s and 30s, early 30s, like just working all the hours. And it didn't make me any more successful. It made me probably worse at all the jobs I was trying to do well, because I was just knackered. I was all right in my early 20s. I could do it in my early 20s. But I wasn't able to... Couldn't you? Yeah, but my job was in sales.
Yeah.
So that I was just like charming people and then standing on their carcass because I could outdrink them and making them sign a contract.
Oh no. No, yeah. But yeah.
Yeah. So how can people find you, Ace and Ping?
Ace and Ping on my Instagram, Ace and Ping, at Ace and Ping, but my website's aceandping.com.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Brilliant.
where you can find me. I am on LinkedIn, but...
As we started earlier,
I was
grossly
like,
underwhelming.
Yeah, I was like, oh, John, please don't introduce me from my LinkedIn profile. My God, I don't know what it says. Like, it's not my hangout of choice, and I feel like you can only do so many. Otherwise,
I'm testing that theory at the moment. I'm doing one a day every working day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's gross.
Yeah, it's quite exhausting, and I feel like, yeah, since opening the Good Space particularly, I just haven't had the like brain space to be everywhere all of the time.
Oh, I see. You can only do so many in terms of only so many platforms as opposed to so many LinkedIns.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Even I think I must post on LinkedIn like once every month, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
My Instagram's the same actually. I'm not sure where you'd find.
But you're drowning in work.
Yeah.
So
yeah, word
probably
of
doing
mouth
something right.
is my best recommendation.
So that's where we can find Ace and Ping.
Yeah.
Where do we find the Good Space?
So the Good Space is thegoodspace.co.uk.
Yeah.
Or at the Good Space Devon.
Right. And that's Instagram.
You can find us
obviously.
there. We don't have a LinkedIn.
Great. Keep it like
We
that.
should get one because we
Why?
are a co-working space.
Yeah, I suppose. But imagine the type of slobs you'd have turn up if you were on LinkedIn. Better to have it a little bit empty.
Suits. Like, oh, what are you doing here?
Yeah, exactly.
You've got no collar on.
There's no tie allowed here.
Out you go, take it off and come back in.
You may wear it as a headband or a belt. You may not wear it as a neckerchief.
Ties can come, but yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Anyone can come.
That's nice,
Yeah.
that's nice. And talking of which, we're in Dawlish.
We're in
Devon,
Dawlish,
which is
yeah.
what we said. And how would one come along and test? Do they just need to inquire via the website? Do they need to get in touch?
You can just book a desk online.
Oh,
Yeah,
lovely.
really modern. Up until 9 a.m. on the same day, you can just book and turn up.
nice.
There's free parking always, in residential areas, which is really important because sometimes you travel into a city.
Oh, mate.
Your £15 a desk day, by the time you've forgotten your lunch and you've had to pay for car parking for the day,
Yeah,
it's a night out, isn't it?
yeah,
Could have gone out for a nice meal.
yeah.
We've thought of lots of things. Nice tea and coffee. Come, hang out. Nice people, nice chats.
Excellent vibes. And also you'll be more creative in this space, I think, because it's just so delightful in here.
John walked in and went to the toilet, didn't you?
Yeah.
And it was like the best reaction I've ever had. You opened the toilet door and went, I like it here. So I was like, yes. I painted that toilet door.
It's so rare to have a door that's 2 different colours.
Yeah. It was a battered furniture workshop, and for 2 months we didn't see our families, and we just was in here filling walls and sanding them because we couldn't afford a plasterer.
Doesn't look like it. It looks like it's been redone beautifully.
Thank you.
Come here, if not only for the toilet.
Yeah,
for the
come and have a
good
wee.
vibes. Yeah, come and have a wee. I think that's a great place to end. Thanks, Amy. It's been really lovely.
Cheers.